Say, for example, I'm somehow better at producing potatoes than anyone else, either due to knowledge passed down to me or a superior intellect. And hopefully, it's not because I'm just better at sabotaging people's ability to produce potatoes. Because the whole point of being wealthy is that people earn it through the value they bring into the world. Well, let's say my one day of work is equivalent to 100 potatoes, while my fellow man is at 50 potatoes, thus making like the total potatoes produced from one day at 150 potatoes. So let's say I team up with my fellow man, and as a result, with my knowledge, his output doubles as well. Now, one day of working together produces 200 potatoes, meaning an extra 50 potatoes is produced through a collective effort. And here is where exploitation happens. Say I take a distorted amount of those extra potatoes, even though it was through the knowledge that fate just happened to test my character with that we now have an additional 50 potatoes. And even though from the perspective of my fellow man, gaining even a few more potatoes with the same amount of time seems like a good thing, the cancer starts the moment I take value created from time that isn't mine. And I know it seems trivial. You could even say that a small cell growth initially is trivial, but that's the mechanics of cancer, what I consider cancer to be. Because knowledge without the time, without life to express through, produces nothing. So let's say of the additional 50 potatoes resulting from our collective effort, I take 40 potatoes and my fellow man gets 10 potatoes, meaning my day is now worth 140 potatoes, up from 100 potatoes a day, while the day of my fellow man is now worth 60 potatoes. Though technically, my fellow man is 20% more productive from 50 potatoes to 60 potatoes, his percentage of potatoes in the market decreases over 50%, actually, from 33%, which is 50 of the 150 potatoes, to 15%, which is 60 out of the 200 potatoes in the market. And if potatoes represents our influence in the world that we're creating with time, which is life, now because of exploitation, my fellow man is being penalized for being more productive. When you compare it to my representation in the market, which I gain more of through his time. So it's kind of like my fellow man is lifting weights, but I'm the one gaining muscle for it.